Don't lose your mind over someone who wouldn't mind losing you. I think we need to be a lot more protective of our energy and be a lot more conscious of who we give it to. Because when we give it to the wrong people, it's really taxing and it's draining. Nobody wants to be giving, love, compassion, empathy, any who really. And we end up tending to do that a lot. We end up tending to, kind of avoid the right people and we chase the people who really couldn't care less about us. And that's really just human nature. We're always chasing something that we can't have. It's like right out of our reach. I think about it like, playing a video game and you're playing this guy and he ends up beating you. And it's just by the littlest margin. Like you could have won. So you rematch him and you play him over and over and over again. And he's going like 50%. You're going 100% sweating, sitting forward in your chair, and you can't win. No matter what you do, you can't win. But you put in so much effort for this person who it just seems so easy to them. Like they don't really care. They're just playing a game. They're just having fun playing a game. But you're going so hard, just trying to figure out all these strategies, how to win. And really, you could just quit out and, focus on working on how you're going to improve. And I think that applies the same way in real life. Because I think the main thing we should be focusing on is prioritizing reciprocation. Because if we don't have reciprocation in our relationships, we're not going to really have that connection. There's really going to be no connection between the two people if, our goals, our aspirations, and just our effort isn't there. It's not matching. And I think I saw something that I really liked, and it went like a good relationship isn't one that's 50-50. It's both of the people trying to be 51%. And I thought that was really cool because throughout our relationships, whether that's, romantic or just friendships, we should always strive to be the best person we could be to help out the other person, right? Because we care about them. And when we end up chasing the wrong people, we're putting in way more than 50%. We're putting in like 89. I don't know where that number came from, but just off the top of my head. And they're 11%, like probably not even 11%. And we need to be a lot more careful with that because it's just going to drain you. It's just going to drain you, and you're not going to have any effort to surround yourself with the people who really do care about you and that really do reciprocate that energy. But you're not giving it to them, you're giving it to the wrong people. And I've met so many people in my life. I've met me, I am me. And yeah, we just end up just looking past everything else and being like, "Oh, I want that person." Or I want to be that person's friend. I want to hang out with that person. When really in the end, just ends up failing. And we eventually, hopefully, we realize that the people that were with us all along were the people we should have been focusing on. And it sucks because once you realize you're wrong and that you're just completely focused on some person who doesn't really care about you, it hurts. It really does hurt, especially if it's someone you've been with for a long time, whether that's a friend or a partner, and you realize that they are not giving any effort, whether that changed or it's always been like that, and you just were dealt with it for a long time. There's no reason why you shouldn't have enough self-respect to know what you deserve. You should know what you deserve. You should get what you deserve. And you should take initiative into finding the right people. And you can go with your gut feeling that it's not the right person. Um, yeah, if your girl has a iPad and likes Hello Kitty, she going. But no, you have to really be careful with who you're seeking validation from, because one thing I've noticed that people who try to connect with someone, with someone and being in a relationship, friendship with someone should be effortless. It should be very easy. You shouldn't have to work to be with that person. You know, it should be fun for you. You shouldn't have to change stuff about yourself. You shouldn't have to change stuff around you to be with that person. Especially if you got rejected with, or you're just getting neglected and you think you get to change something about yourself. Because there's a trap we get stuck in sometimes that, oh, it's just me. It's just me. But really, if you just look more, you're going to be able to find the people who connect with you the best in that fit, like the right puzzle piece. Because really, what you're doing right now, you're just slamming like a round peg into a square hole. And I know that that really sucked the way I said that. I just stuttered the entire time. But uh, yeah, you need to stop seeking validation for other people. I like to talk about a lot how you shouldn't try to appease people as much, and you shouldn't live for other people, right? You shouldn't listen to what they're saying like, "Oh, if you want a girlfriend this summer, you have to do this, this, and this." It's like, dude, just be yourself and just keep looking, keep finding people, join a group of friends that are similar to you and just have fun. Because you shouldn't just be searching for a friendship or a relationship until you're set with who you are and yourself. Because don't do things for other people. Don't do things for other people. Because changing for other people, it's good in the end, right? You become a better person if your morals and what you want to do is aligned with what other people want you to do. But usually you end up being a whole different person and you don't know who you are anymore. But let's say if you're who you want to be aligned with what other people you are surrounding yourself with want you to be, sure, you get to the end point and you're a better person than you were before. You're mentally stronger, you're physically stronger. You're taking care of yourself, you're, making money if you're doing that, all that other stuff. But the reason why you did it isn't good. And a lot of people lie and be like, "Oh, well, I also wanted to change, so that was just." No, cuz you shouldn't have to work that hard and put effort into people who aren't putting effort into you, into helping you, just to go like hang out with them. It's not right. It's not the correct way to do things. I think about it a lot like Walter White from Breaking Bad. I know that's weird to bring up, but I think about it like how he was selling drugs for his family to get money after he got diagnosed with cancer. And obviously selling drugs is bad. Um, but the end result, right, was good, that he would get money for his family. But the way he was doing it, the reason the 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 way he did it was not good. And I think that applies the same way. And especially with relationships and ex-partners, changing for them isn't good. Because I think about it at least this way. If your ex broke up with you and there wasn't like a crazy reason like, oh, well, my family said something, they have a rule, or, they had to um move or some other crazy thing that just like completely shut down the idea and they had to break it off. I think other than that, they can come up with as many excuses as they want, like, oh, it's me, not you, or I'm just really trying to focus on myself. There was an issue either with you or them that they didn't think was worth enough trying to fix to be with you still. And that's how I think about it. And that helped me get over a lot of stuff like, why would I want to be with that person if they're not willing to give me that effort into being with me, right? It seems so simple. They can just walk away like that and blame it on a multitude of reasons and just say, "Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. I don't like this, blah, 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 blah. I'm feeling like this, blah, 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 blah. And those are valid reasons why someone can leave, but they didn't take the time that maybe something could have been fixed. Something could have been better. But if they are just going to leave, why does that mean you have to be like, it's glow up season and you have to change yourself to be with them? It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them, especially because they want to be away, unless that's some weird mind game they're playing where they want you to change and then they'll take you back. But I'd say, just as a safe bet, don't do that. It doesn't mean you don't have to glow up and work out and do all this stuff to help improve you, because that's amazing. It's just don't do it for them. Because especially if you do that and then you go back to them and you try to seek that validation and you don't end up receiving it, you're going to be torn apart. You are not going to like your new self. You're not going to know who you are anymore. And you're just going to live a worse life than you did before, even after you were, ridiculed by your ex partner or your friend or whoever. And that's why I say live for yourself, because people let you down so much. And I'm not saying don't rely on people. I'm just saying build yourself up to a point where you feel confident in finding those people. Just don't let others control you. Take control of your own self. Control what you can control. You can control how good you're going to look, how much time you work out a week, when you journal, when you read, when you work, but you can't control someone else saying they need to step away because, they don't feel right. They don't feel like they're doing well in life. Even though you would be there to support them, you can't keep kicking yourself for it. You just have to use it as a learning moment. You can't give hitting a rematch. You gotta use it as a learning moment and step away and realize that you have you should have enough self-respect to go and find someone who will treat you right, give you the right reciprocation. Try to prioritize that because you deserve so much more than you are getting.